The most sophisticated jazz event of the year returns just for you. Enjoy smooth jazz on the beach at the Mazatlan Jazz Festival, October 7th through the 10th, 2022. Fly to exotic Mazatlan in a private charter jet for a luxury adventure and stay at the all-inclusive, beautiful Pueblo Bonito Emerald Bay Resort. Enjoy fun-filled days and festive evenings in the Pearl of the Pacific, Mazatlan, Mexico. Join old friends, meet some new ones. This sophisticated event will have everything you can imagine and desire. Visit us at MazatlanJazzFestival.com. See you there.
Yes, indeed. Welcome. Monday nights is only here on We Love Rare Grooves, where the legends can be found. That's right. We're coming to you live from the studios of Burbank, California on the Universal Broadcast Network. Tune in, Channel 1, as we bring you the show every Monday night. I'm your host, C. Mose, bringing you the magic of the music and the music of the magic, only as we do here on We Love Rare Grooves. And we're always excited about having our guests come on and honoring our studios. But tonight, this is exceptional show that we have on with one of the great R&B legends across all genres of music. And we're ready tonight to share her music and conversation with the one and only, as we will introduce shortly. But as I say every Monday night, I can't do this show without my great, talented team. As we start off every Monday night with our DJ, starting off with DJ DeVoe, the world famous DJ DeVoe. What you say?
Hey, brother, I'm good. It's a beautiful day out. We have a NBA championship back in Los Angeles, yes. So I'm happy about that.
You got an NBA champion. You got a song for me, right? With that NBA championship,
yeah, I got a
man.
little song for
we
you,
got a
brother.
rare grooves that they used on a commercial, and I called DeVoe. I said, man, what's that song? And he said, man, check this out.
I'm a winner.
Check this out. Give me a little bit of those photos there. That's right. We got a championship here in Los Angeles, brought to you by LeBron James and the crew. This is the 17th. For all you Laker fans, I'm showing out. That's right. I got my shirt on.
Listen, we take all the fans. We take everybody. We
right,
welcome you all.
Yeah, we do.
So congratulations to the city of Los Angeles and the Los Angeles Lakers for, man, keeping that going, as they were saying, in the bubble.
In the bubble.
Who's this right here, DeVoe?
This is Smoked Sugar. It's called I'm a Winner.
From 75, yeah.
It's a rare
groove.
That's
Yeah, I know.
And we heard it first, right here.
Right here.
Or the
We
second.
right here from the commercial. Here on We Love Rare Grooves.
Only 45 years old, but it's good.
Hey, you right.
It is a rare groove.
And then we got the world famous DJ Reg, man.
What's going on, folks?
He got the video shows going on. You got to
Oh, yeah.
check him out, man. You got to check him out.
Yes.
You got a great video tonight.
Absolutely. It's going to be nice. Should be surprised.
Okay, man. Everything good?
Everything's fantastic.
Okay.
Happy Monday, everyone. How you guys doing?
Happy Monday, everyone. And then we got the consultant in the house, Robert A.
Robert.
Well, I'm real excited today
Yeah, you are.
because we got when people use the word multi-talented, multifaceted, we got that, and Larry Curly, and we got Mo. Okay?
Yeah.
We got more than that, okay? We got that. And then, wait a minute. From a happily married man, this is a lifelong crush on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So define. Old
Yeah.
school, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, hey, man.
So
And
I'm
she's still
good.
new school fine.
Yeah, I know.
Wait
Still.
till we bring her on.
Yeah, I
You know, look, that black don't crack.
Yeah,
Not one bit. Not one bit.
And then we got the beautiful, lovely, talented co-host, the one and only Miss Shantini Irie.
Hey.
Hey. One day I'm gonna get Rod. Hey.
I mean, one of these
It's coming.
days, when
It's
is it gonna
coming.
happen?
And we want a wonderful belated. Is it belated?
Yes.
Birthday?
It was
'Cause
on
it's-
Saturday. Yeah.
But we're gonna do
Thank
something
you.
have some fun. We did post stuff from
You
4 years
did. I
ago.
loved the video that you guys did. That was really nice.
Oh, we did do a video,
That was
didn't we?
really nice.
We can show that at the end of the show. A little happy birthday.
Thank you.
As we do here, only on We Love Rare Grooves. We want to thank weekly our sponsors for keeping the project going, and that's Beverly Boys Videos. I mean, Beverly Boys Production, the video, the go-to guys for
Go-to
all
guys.
your video production needs.
Yes.
My boy Kale Beverly, and also we had the Serving Spoon, man, the
Yes,
Urban
ma'am.
Eatery. That's right, the finest Southern breakfast cuisine this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
And then we have our girl at the Sweet Life SoCal magazine, Sarah Harris, to give you all the great stories and people and places. And she will be coming out with her fall magazine in the next couple weeks,
Yeah.
as we only do here on
That's
We
the
Love
one we were
Radio.
in, right?
Yes, we were in there. We got to show that article sometime. But tonight, as we do on Mondays, we welcome you with the legends. And tonight in the Groove Studios, we got a legend. what I
Ooh,
would say,
yes, we do.
You know, what's that word I'm always talking about?
Octaves.
Yeah, 5-octave award-winning actress, Broadway, contemporary. The music cross all genres from soul, R&B, pop, rock, jazz, gospel, classical. That's right, classical. She was destined to be a star and could have. And you know, she is a Grammy-nominated singer for one of Aretha's songs, and we'll go over that tonight. And also, she won a Tony.
Tony Award, yeah.
Tony
Tony.
Award. I want to
Tony.
say the first, but she's going to discuss that with us tonight for award-winning performance in the play Pearlie. Y'all remember Pearlie?
Pearlie,
And
yeah.
she was
RLIE.
right, and she was also on Hair, and we're going to go over that. And she's one of the first African Americans played in what was that?
Women to perform the role.
in Les
Miserables.
Les Miserables, because you know I was getting ready to put my
I know
own
you
touch
were.
on that.
I know you were.
Starring
I
variety,
say, I'm here. I got you. I
right,
got you.
variety and TV shows.
Or as they say, Les Mis.
Les
Les
Mis.
Mis.
Yes, that's what they say. The theater people say Les Mis.
Clifton was going to do some Pittsburgh French.
Wasn't going to be
At
good.
least I was smart enough to throw it over, right?
Wasn't going to be good at all.
Man, she got over 5 decades of music, and
yeah.
she's releasing new music today, and we're going to share that tonight with our audience.
And
But-
she used to have her own variety show
Yep,
on TV,
That's right.
which is a huge deal.
I said multifaceted.
Yeah.
So let's welcome tonight the incredible, the fabulous, the beautiful, the legendary Miss Melba Moore. Welcome to the Groove Studios, my dear.
How are you? We caught that one. I caught it at least.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for taking the time to join us tonight and let us share our way of sharing your story with our audience, your fans all over the globe. You've done, I know, hundreds and hundreds of interviews, and we just want to share with the music tonight. It's all about the music and you, and going into the history, we're going to share that tonight because you come from musical royalty, as we would know, starting out as my co-hosts will always ask that question, and this is very true. What's that first question we like to ask?
We love to ask, did you come out of the womb singing?
Well, since I'm kind of like typical African American, which means my family is broken, I might have, but I don't know.
But it was music in the family, though.
Absolutely. My natural father was a big band leader by the name of Teddy Hill. You can Google him and find out who he was back in the 40s and the 50s.
We know him.
Oh, you do? Okay.
We
well,
got some.
And then he managed and ran the great legendary nightclub that hosted all the great modern jazz artists called Mitten's Playhouse.
Oh,
Okay.
And what city was that in?
That's in New York City,
Oh,
in Harlem.
Yeah.
yes, Harlem, USA.
But my mother, and he never married, but my mother was a professional singer. So I got it in the genes, but since she, like many African American women, was trying to have a career on the road, and my grandmother had apparently had strokes and was not able to speak, but she brought her to New York City to try to take care of her, try to take care of me, and go on the road. So I was raised by what we used to call a nanny. So that's why I don't know anything about music, because she was always gone then. She and my natural father were not together, so my family was broken. So I didn't know that until I was about 10 years old when she married my stepfather. His name is Clement Norman, and he's passed away, but he's an absolute gentleman and caring father. And he had a son and daughter. So then I had a sister and brother, and he played the piano, and he and my mother worked together as well as were married. So then he made us all take piano lessons. Then I discovered at 10 years old that I could sing.
Okay.
Did you also have influence from church?
Yeah, but it was Catholic. And don't nobody want to hear Ave Maria. So I had to learn better later on.
Who did you listen to on the radio that kind of influenced you early on? And, you know, when you turn on the radio and you heard that voice, and you're like, this is who I'm going to emulate. This is the singer I'm going to be like.
Well, some of the first people I just fell absolutely in love with was Aretha Franklin. I don't care what she sang, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there was Dionne Warwick. There was so many really great singers. And during the time when I was really little, well, I'm saying around 10 on. Of course, I heard people like Lena Horne and Sarah Vaughan. Matter of fact, I met Sarah Vaughan. I met Lena Horne, and I heard people like Dinah Washington.
Yes.
I didn't think I was going to be like them, because I didn't really know that I had a dream to do that until I got to be in junior high school, and you had to pick where you were going to go to high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to go to public school by then. I was so indoctrinated with music.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we were living in Newark, New Jersey then. I wasn't in New York anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the Performing Arts High School and became a vocal major. And then, you know, studied music, and went to college and majored in vocal music. And I taught school for about 2 or 3 years. And then I told my dad, I said, I know we're Black people and we got to have a real job. Because, I mean, as musicians, they knew, and especially as Black musicians, they didn't really have managing agents, not like you really should, to guard and guide your career.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted us to have backup. I said, but Daddy, that's your dream. It's not mine. So could you please take me around to some of your colleagues try to get me into the industry? And if it doesn't work, then I'll come back and I'll teach school.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first people I met was Valerie Simpson.
Ooh.
Right, ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Clifton's little buddy.
That's my friend.
Well, first of all, since you know her,
Nah, I mean, we met.
That's a
hung
running
out.
joke.
That's a running joke
Yeah.
on the show.
oh, it's a joke. Well, let me tell you a little bit
Bit
about
about
her
her.
anyway.
Okay.
One of the reasons she's so successful is because she's very talented and very bright, but she has a natural knowledge of the business of business, not just the industry.
Right.
So she was working at trying to get her songs published at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and she was doing backup singing in studios and jingles, and we exchanged numbers, and so she truly how I got into the industry.
Excellent, excellent. So,
Did you any groups? Were you in any groups, like girl groups or any little groups around your little
I
ditty
was
group?
in junior high school. But I got lost in the puddle there. Because, I have a very bright personality now. But people call me humble now, but then I was shy.
okay.
Well, it wasn't just that. I realized that, you have to vote for everything that you want to do. So you can't do what you want to do. So I decided, I don't really know what I want to do. So let me go by myself and see what that is. So I never really wanted to be a part of a group.
Okay. Did you pick up any instruments in school while you said you took the piano? Was there anything else that you all picked up? Any other instruments?
Yeah, but you don't want to know about them. If you ever saw me play the clarinet, you said, "Oh, honey."
Probably how
No, but-
Clifton was with the violin.
Yes.
It didn't work out.
But I love the piano. I thought I was going to be a piano player, but I didn't play as well as I sang. So, major voice.
Now, how did you get introduced to theater?
Well, on a recording session with Valerie Simpson and Nick Ashford, we were all backup singers together.
Wow.
It was a session for Galt McDermott, who wrote the music for the Broadway show Hair.
O'Hare, yeah.
And they were still casting, so they asked all of us. It was about a 2-week date because he did all the music from the Broadway show Hair. And they were being assisted by the people, the two gentlemen who wrote the book and also were the two stars of the Broadway show Hair. And they were like co-producers, Jim Rado and Jerry Radney. But they were also hippies.
Oh.
And so for a middle-class black girl like myself, and no place I've ever seen hippies except on TV. So when they were in the studio, like one of them, he didn't have no shoes on, and his jeans was all tore up and faded out. And his hair, he looked like he had his fingers was stuck in a live plug.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kind of like mine is now. But he asked me, did I want to do hair? And I didn't know anything about Broadway. I'd never seen a Broadway show. I said, well, excuse me, you the one that need a hairdresser, not me.
Ooh.
And then he explained to me that it was a Broadway show and that he was one of the co-producers of it. I said, oh, well, yeah. Anyway, that's how I got my first Broadway show.
Was Ronnie Dyson part of your group?
Oh, Ronnie Dyson.
My favorite. He's one of my
He was-
favorites.
He was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was 16 years old yet.
Wow.
Wow.
He was that young in hair. I didn't realize
He was
that.
very young. He was a baby. But, precocious, very, 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 very talented.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Now, one of the things I read on hair, they had nudity in there, which was pretty. I think that kind of put it over the top because people bringing the interest to it. So you had to perform that. One of the scenes and being nude in there, how did you partake in that, especially being your first theater act?
Well, in the beginning, it wasn't included in the show, but during the previews, they added it and said that everybody had to be nude. But then everybody said, no, I didn't sign up for that, so I quit.
I'm out. I'm out.
Is that why Diane Keaton left?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But afterwards, I said, I'm just not used to being nude in front of people I don't know. But
Glad to hear that.
let me rethink it. And I decided to do the nude scene, and many of the other people decided to do it, but it was volunteer.
Okay.
And I think, what people don't know about it, of course, it was an extreme interest. People wanted to come just to see the nude scene, so
Yeah.
they got it started doing the previews. So.
Okay.
How did you explain that one to your parents?
How did I explain it to my husband?
Ooh.
That's an even better twist.
Okay, that was the beginning of climbing up the rough side of the mountain.
Yeah.
I hear you. But
But I think when he saw the play, my first husband, and when everybody saw it, they realized it wasn't sexy, it wasn't It wasn't dirty.
It was art.
It was no. It was part of a statement
Okay.
Yeah.
that we're all here. We're all the same. It was really a show about peace and fighting for peace and equality. As a matter of fact, a very dark-skinned black woman played Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
So you know it was funny, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Real funny.
Early Hamilton.
Right. Oh, yeah, they probably seen that. And then after that, you segued in. Did you go right after doing hair into Pearly?
I did, yeah. And that's an interesting story. I'll try to keep it short. But that same black girl that played Abraham Lincoln, her name is Mary Davis. She has a big mouth and kind of over the top, but she's a beautiful person. She said, the star of the show had left, and there were many, many people replacing her, but they kept choosing more people because they weren't happy with anybody. She said, I thought this was open and free. You never had no black people audition for the role. Melba would probably be good in it. Why don't you let her audition for it? So I said, well, okay. I auditioned for the lead. I got the lead. But in so doing, I also became the first black lady black actress, to replace a white actress in the lead role on Broadway. And the actress turned out to be Diane Keaton.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's how my life has been.
Wow.
Wow.
A series of wows.
Now, for
And
you,
it's-
what's the
Really?
big difference between, what would you say is the biggest difference between the recording industry and Broadway? I know there's a ton of differences, but what would you say is the one that you noticed the most or the biggest adjustment you had to make?
Yeah, you personally.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that was and probably still is similar, and that's the racism in the division. But because we are gifted people,
Tell them.
what, whatever it is they think they've thrown us into turns out to be a creative niche.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you what's the same, but you probably want to know the differences between the performances or your approach to performance. I think the biggest thing is, like, you see how the camera magnifies because it's close to you. Well, in theater, it's just the opposite because you have a wide space to fill. You have to magnify. All your emotions are bigger. Your voice is bigger. Everything has to be bigger. That's the biggest thing.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a moment and go into a musical selection because we're going to get back into now, when we come back into the studio part of recording albums, and just what a wonderful career of music, over 30 albums. We got a little history here. We're going to do this. You'll be coming in. We're going to talk about Northern Soul when we come back. And what I want to do, because we're going back, but I want you to introduce and let folks know about the newest, 5 decades of music and still introducing new music right now that has just come out. So tell the people about the new release that we're getting ready to play right now from Melba Moore. Then we're going to go back and come back and talk about all that with only here, as we do here on We Love Rare Grooves. Give us a call at 323-524-2599. Streaming live on the UBN network, ubngo.com, channel 1. We'll be on Facebook, YouTube.
And Facebook is blowing up. Some of your nieces and nephews are on here. Yeah. Yeah.
Without a doubt. So let's introduce that new song, and we're going to go.
All right. Well, I'm so excited about it. It's called Just Doing Me.
All right. So give it to him,
Okay.
DJ DeVoe, DJ Red. Yes.
It's produced by Terry Hunter, George, and Angela Pettis.
All right. Give it to me.
I like
I
this.
like that
Come on.
beat right there. We'll be right back with the legendary Melba Moore.
I'm still here and still doing me. What goes around will always come back again. So just take me as I am. I'm just doing me. You better do it. I'm just doing me. You can do it. I'm just doing me. You better do it. I'm just doing me. I'm just gonna do me. I had to take the time and learn to love. things along the way, and it's been a long, rough road. But I never lost my voice. I never lost my health. I never lost my praise, and I am still doing me.
There's something about your smile, I swear that it makes me weak. When I'm close to you, I find that it's hard to speak. I act like a child who's 6, and I guess that it shows too well that you got the magic touch, and I'm caught in the spell. You never convinced me that I'd be brave for upper deep side. But something weird happens when I look into your eyes. I try to defend myself, but too late did I finally see that you got the magic touch and you cast your spell over me. Yeah, 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 yeah. They call it magic, baby. Yeah, Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello. You twinkle above us, we twinkle below. Good morning, starshine. You lead us along, my love and me, as we sing our early morning singing song. Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello. You twinkle above us, we twinkle below. I love to sit and hear him dream. He tells it like a story. He talks about a better time, happy days and glory. No more scratching for a living, like a chicken pecking. He's got the whole world figured out, and even more. I reckon the moon don't rise to light the sky. The moon comes up just to shine on pearly, pearly, my pearly. Spring don't spring to charm the bees. The flowers flower just for pearly. Look what you're doing. Look just what you're doing. Look what you're doing to the man. You know how much you need him, but you won't admit it to yourself. You know that you really want him, like you know you never wanted anybody else. Now what
Welcome back to the Groove Studios. We're live with the legendary, incredible, and beautiful, the one and only Miss Melba Moore. We kicking it tonight in the Groove Studios. How you feeling, my dear?
Did we take you back?
I haven't heard some of those songs in so long, but I can see how my voice is. I've been in the industry a long. I've been in the industry since I was a baby. In other words, thank you, Lord.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
We want to
No,
thank
thank you.
Thank you for sharing all this great music, the
Beautiful.
baby music, dance music, going through all genres. But I want to go touch base on something because we went back and dug in our history, and we're talking about 67. And it was a song that you did a demo on, and correct me if I'm not right, and it was called Magic Touch.
I was thinking, I was trying to look on the screen to see where is the credits, but I think they hid the credits because it was just a demo. It wasn't even supposed to be out. But
Yes.
now I say thank you because it was a hit.
Yes, it
Yeah, we love those.
And we're going to discuss that with our co-host right now because it hit Northern Soul, right? Am I correct? That's where it was a hit at over in Europe?
Absolutely right. So I really didn't find out about it until years later.
Which is usually what happens with Northern Soul. My mom has been a recording artist for years, and she would record stuff in Detroit when she was like 16, 15 years old, and then years later somebody from England would pick it up and it would be this big hit. So talk to us about
Receipts.
your receipts, what we call
first
receipts.
Of all, I bet she never got paid for it.
No, we didn't get paid until later when we started doing tours with the. I noticed that you did the Northern Soul Weekenders. We used to
I'm
do
gonna
those.
say,
Yes.
I'm getting paid now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
your
when she
receipts.
started getting. They flew us over to Europe, and she started getting checks because before it. Yeah, you're correct. So how did that happen? When did you record that? What was the?
I don't really even know because I was getting out from teaching school and making contacts and forming sometimes very temporary relationships. And anybody asked me to sing something, first my vocation was singing demos and singing backup and singing in studios. So, I'm sure they paid me something for it, and I sang it, and some of them they put out.
Now, how did you become aware that it was out? Like, what was the way that they let you know? Did you hear it? Did you see it on?
Well, actually, only a few years back now, I've discovered some of it because I've had some challenges. So I haven't. I've been working all the time, but in some cases, I didn't have a manager or somebody
Publicist,
watching my business.
Right, absolutely.
So there was no way for me to know what was going on. I've got music in Africa, I've got music in Japan, but I'm just finding out about it now.
Yeah.
So did you get anything from a publicist standpoint or writing credits or anything from that, or I'm just asking.
Well,
Did you write
I
it?
didn't write it. I
Okay.
only sang it.
Okay. So then after,
But you know what? That's a good question because writers, songwriters, and publishers usually have some. I think ASCAP and those agencies are more caring about what happens to them. They're more involved with making the business arrangement too with their managers and the record companies, so they'll know a little bit more about what's going on in their lives and careers. But the generally speaking, especially if you're young and you're just starting out, you don't know how anything works.
Right.
And the last one to find out anything is the star of the record, the singer.
and we've heard that several times. Go
Yes.
ahead, Bo.
Your studio albums. You've had a illustrious career in music. What decade kind of sticks out to you as Melba's? That was like when I was really doing my thing.
I think the 80s.
The 80s?
Yay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You had a lot of good music doing that. I mean, I got albums.
No.
Or was it the 70s?
No, I've been so quick to blame everybody when they was guilty. So let me give credit to those that were the reason why I have this incredible R&B recording legacy in history. In one word, two words. His name is Charles Huggins. He was my husband, the father of my daughter, but he was also the one who began to say, I don't know nothing about PA. He's from the South, so he can't talk. All right? He said, but I'm a black man from the South, and I know about R&B decades. So he went out and got Jimmy Daniels, a wonderful songwriter for me. He put me with Buddha Records. He went out and got Ben McCoy, who actually ushered in the modern disco era with The Hustle.
Yeah.
And gave me a huge, huge, huge hit. This Is It. He went out and got Gene and John Whitehead, and he kind of more than borrowed them from Philly to Nashville. He kind of took them away, and I got to give him credit. Everybody knows ain't no stopping us now, but the only reason they have that out because Gabriel and Huff refused to let them record as artists. But my then husband, Charles Heathers, and we all became family. And he managed them, and he made them record Ain't No Stopping Us Now.
Wow.
So I take credit for that, and that at least I knew Charles Heathers.
Now, a question I have for you is going back into the early 70s, and you went from theater to TV and for variety. But during that time also, it was a feeling of black consciousness. And one of the things, if you can show this photo with the afro, I want you to discuss what the black consciousness meant for you then, being true to yourself, and then also kind of chime into what we're doing now. Not anything deep, but just your comments on that, because you've been through 5 decades and you've seen it all.
I love that picture so much, I must say. Did you find it?
Yeah, he's going to show it. So what did that mean at that time?
Well, I discovered my blackness in the Broadway musical Hair.
Well, that's the best ways to discover it.
Oh,
Literally.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I give you one example where a very dark-skinned black lady did a parody of Abraham Lincoln. And then she sing, you know how we sing happy birthday like Stevie Wonder sings? She sang, happy birthday, baby, happy birthday. It was just a total parody. Okay.
That picture is epic.
But it was there where, as a school teacher, I had to straighten my hair. Because we didn't have those rights. They hadn't been won yet. But when I left teaching school and was in the Broadway musical Hair, the first thing we were encouraged to do, well, we had to do, we didn't have to do it, but we were not, whatever your hair was, that's what it was. I think that's why they called it hair. I'm not sure. We had so much freedom and I had so much to adjust to. I can't tell you all of the wonderful things that happened to us as a group of people and how I think it changed America and how we viewed things. But Afrocentric hair was fashionable. I had a huge afro. But then after I left hair, which is some of the pictures that you're showing, and I was doing some glamour pictures from Pearlie, I had a wonderful hairdresser by the name of Blondie Brown. Only thing I don't like her for is she does Gladys Knight's hair now. I don't have it. But
I noticed that a lot of your photos after you did that, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it was after you did that particular musical you talked about, the nude musical. I noticed you look like you embraced more of doing that later on in life. I noticed a lot of your artistic.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm saying Blondie Brown, Gladys Knight's current hairdresser, is the one who created all those Afrocentric hairdos.
Right.
They were very exotic and very unusual and very artistic. But her name is Blondie Brown.
Right.
We got a couple more questions. Then
Look at that photo.
We're going to get into the original photo of, what's that? Is that?
Do you remember that?
Remember that photo?
Absolutely. That's the reason I was hired to do the Broadway show here. One of the hit songs of the show was this song called White Boys Are So Pretty. And we were all in one dress, but when we opened it up, you could see it looks like 3 people, but we were doing a parody of the Supremes.
Wow.
And the one I told you play Abraham Lincoln, that's her on your right.
Wow.
And the one on the left is Emeretta Marks, but we were supposed to be the Supremes.
Now, do you remember where you were when you first heard your song on the radio?
Which song?
Any song, your very first song that ever played on the radio. Do you remember where you were?
Do you know how long that was? I'm not trying to say I'm old, but
well, that's good though. You have so much work that you can't remember, and not a lot of people can say that.
Right, because
you remember
sometimes.
exactly where I was? No, I don't.
But you remember, what was the exciting part to know that you got the recognition? Imagine seeing something like a billboard in New York in Times Square. You know, a
But you know
moment
what?
like
But
that.
you know what? I'm sorry. Now you know what's coming to me. I think I remember hearing "I Am His Lady" on the radio.
Which
It's a
one?
beautiful ballad
Mm-hmm.
that came from an album that I did on Buddha, and the song was written by Jamie Daniels for me, but it was really about my then husband Charles Huggins. So it's so beautiful because I was really in love, but it was also because it was a hit.
That helps.
That helps so much. So we're going to take a moment here and give a little love to Beverly Boy Production. Then we're going to come back and talk about some of the musical segment of some of the duets. And then we'll talk about the different music genres during that time of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Only here on We Love Rare Grooves as we have the fabulous Melba Moore in the house.
She's fine.
Pretty Tony, take me away.
My name's Dave Patterson. I'm a Seattle area videographer. I've been working with Beverly Boy Productions for over 2 years, and I can say they are great to work with. They've always provided me with the information I need so that when I show up on set, I can shoot exactly what's necessary to tell the story the client is trying to tell. Call sheets that include the who, what, why, where, when of the video shoot, production notes, gear requirements, crew requirements, load-in time, all that. Makes my job a lot easier, and ultimately it produces the results that the client's going to be happy with. This is what a professional company like Beverly Boy Productions does, and also it's one of the reasons why I really enjoy working with them. It's a bit of a family vibe. They're very low-key, low pressure, but they're very professional at the same time, and they get the results, and that's ultimately what matters most. I'm proud to be a shooter for Beverly Boy Productions, and if you're looking for a company to produce your next video production, by all means, give them a call. They can handle any sort of scale project, from a single-person interview to a large production with multiple cameras and large crews. You won't be disappointed with the results. Give them a call.
Welcome back to We Love Rare Grooves. That's right, Beverly Boy Production, the go-to guys for all your video production needs. Give them a call, 1-800-385-1243. That's 1-800-385-1243. Ask for Cal Beverly and tell them that you heard it on We Love Rare Grooves. And I'm always saying they get a discount, so I want to see that come back.
Yes.
And they get to call up, and Cal call me and say, man, why you keep saying that, man? Only here on We Love Rare Grooves. How you enjoying yourself, Melba? Everything good?
That's fantastic.
Hey man, this is fantastic. We all got smiles on our face. We smitten. We're just honored to have you here tonight. And what we're going to do on this segment is we're going to go in some of the duets that you perform with, share that music, come back, talk about the different record labels during that time. Anything else you want to share with our audience? Okay. All right, we'll be back in a groove second, a groove minute. I got DJ DeVoe and DJ Reg. Y'all gonna take me away with this song right here. Oh man, remember this one? We'll come back and talk about it here on We Love Rare Grooves. Give us a call, 323-524-2599, streaming live on Facebook.
You can take my money, spend it all on yourself. No more. When I loved you, you took all I had. Always break my heart, I was so sad. No more. 'Cause I'm leaving. I won't sit at home again and hurt while you flirt. No more. Seeing you will make me change my mind. Don't be kind. No more. Once a week and then you carry you. 'Cause I never could stay away from you. No more. 'Cause I'm leaving. When you're down and out, and you need a friend, you need a friend. troubled waters. I will be there for you. Oh, yeah. You never have to worry, because I'll always see you through. He said, just call me. All you gotta do is call me. You look like you stepped from a dream, and I know that some things aren't always what they seem.
Oh, but girl, I'm in love.
Boy, I'm in love.
I'll be the world for you. Oh, 'cause when I'm in love, there's nothing I won't do.
I'm so in love. Boy, I'm in love with you. Come do it to me, say it one more time.
Girl, I'm in love. Girl, I'm in love with you too.
Come do it to me, say it one more time.
Swear to God, I must have died and gone to heaven tonight. I mean, heaven.
'Cause I can see the starlights in your eyes.
Oh, so come feel me like only you can do. Like you know how to.
Come touch my love and I'll give it all to you. I'm so in love.
Girl, is there something wrong? Help me understand the way of you. And I can't sleep at nights, wondering if our love is true. I do. But there's one thing I want you to know. If you ever try my love, for sure can't take care of all of you. If you want my love, all of you, no part-time love, all of you.
There's nothing wrong. I don't want no one else but you. Hey,
Welcome back to the Groove Studios. We're gonna be all right with the one and only
Everything.
Melba Moore.
Everything gonna be all right.
Yeah, that was a good segue into that. Was excellent. Your Facebook is job. I have to tell you that your Facebook fan base is on another level. Now here it's 12:30 in the app or 1:30, and these people are just consistently going crazy over your library of music. So
Thank you guys for exposing me.
yes. So shout out to
This
Facebook.
this is your life.
Wow. Oh, I love those duets.
Weren't they amazing?
Ooh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
we've got a caller on. Somebody's calling in to chat with you. Thank you for calling We Love Rare Grooves. Who do we have on the line?
Hi, this is Sharon Meadows from Tampa, Florida.
Well,
hello,
Hi,
Sharon.
Sharon.
From
Hi,
Tampa.
Sharon.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Hi. I just wanted to call in. I love Melba Moore so much. So much.
We do too.
Thank you. Thank you.
And do you have a question for Ms.
And
Moore?
my favorite of all is Crying in the Dark. That's my favorite.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you. So you enjoy.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Everything good where you at?
Thank you. I'm sorry?
I said everything good from. She's calling from Florida.
Well, she's
wow.
in
Tampa.
Florida. I
Tampa.
mean,
Hey,
what kind
thanks
of
so
question?
much.
Yeah, I'm in Tampa.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I listen to We Love Rare Grooves all the time, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, dear.
Well, thank you so much for your support this afternoon. I mean, this evening.
Yeah.
I blew it right this
No,
evening.
Okay.
You keep tuning in.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So as we continue
Thank you.
here on We Love Rare Grooves, thank
Those
you for
duets,
that.
honey.
Those duets. Let's talk about the duets. How did you come to collaborate with folks on doing the duets? Now, we pulled out that first one, Hubert Laws, just to jar the memory a little bit.
No more?
Oh, no, what was the first one?
Hubert Laws is no more.
Hubert Laws, no more?
No, I didn't think that was the first one you played.
In this segment, let's see. Let me go back and look.
And maybe she's thinking of the one with Shirley Murdoch, Call Me.
Yeah, that one. That's what I heard first.
Right, but I think
We had one song before that. We had Hubert Laws, No More. Then we played you and Shirley Murdoch, Call Me.
I can tell you about that one.
Ooh,
Okay, tell us about that one.
Tell it.
Tell it.
Tell it.
Well, first of all, you hear her voice on the recording, right?
Yes.
You know she ain't no backup singer, right?
Right.
Yes.
But that was during one of my rough times up the mountain. I was definitely in a valley. And I was telling you as a joke, but it's not really a joke. I'm Catholic. And my natural voice was classical. But I love the Lord. I'm a born-again Christian. I didn't have any songs. And while I was out on the road with my first, it wasn't Secret Lovers, but it was another Michael Matthews play, I met Shirley. And I asked her, I didn't know what it was to be born again. So she said, you need a song that tells your testimony. I said, well, what's your testimony? She said, it's a song that tells what Jesus did for you. And as we talked, she said, my husband Dale DeGroat and I will write you some music so you can express your testimony in music. And so she wrote that for me, and then she condescended to sing it with me too.
So I guess it was our testimonial, huh?
No, well, you can't help it because we're all preachers of God.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But she wrote that and 2 or 3 other songs so that I could sing gospel, so I could sing, Christian music that wasn't Catholic.
And
No sister act for her.
and then you got what I got. You got what I got, Kashif. How did that come about?
Kashif.
We
Okay,
love
my-
Kashif.
My dear then husband, Charles Huggins, went out and found Kashif and got him for me. And of
Wow.
course, with him came Freddie Jackson, Lilo Thomas,
Yes.
and all the other art, McFadden Whitehead, all the other, Paul Lawrence, who wrote for me, Love's Coming At You. I'm sure you're probably familiar with that.
Yes.
But I had a whole host of Living for Your Love, and see, because she brought in that big synthesizer.
Yeah,
Stevie Wonder brought in the Fender Rhodes and the first synthesizers,
Right.
but because she really redefined the 80s. with his synthesizer sound in his music.
Yes, he
but
did.
my then husband, Charles Huggins, went out and got Kashif Fauzi
That's
and
right.
the rest of his whole camp.
That's right.
Now, where did you get your fashion? I was obsessed actually with the yellow hat and the mink coat and all those. Who was your fashion? Did you have a stylist? Where did you do most of your shopping and picking up stuff from?
Once again, it was my then husband, Charles.
Oh.
He said, no, you can't go around looking like that. You're the pack. He made me aware that I'm the packaging.
Yes, you were the
okay.
brand.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
brand before.
And
there
so
was-
he would get the best photographers, the people who shot Barbara Streisand and all the top artists, and he would get the top stylists. And then I've learned how to dress myself since, but he started that because I really didn't care what I looked like. I didn't know that it was important. It's just like I fell into Broadway. Now I know it's important.
Right.
One of the things is going through the music, from a 20-year period from 70 to 90, you produced an album every year, and it was on several different labels. And tell me what that took, to produce an album every year. And back then it's a whole different way of producing an album as it is nowadays, how you can put things together. Just enlighten us on a few things, because that's just a tremendous,
Right.
Yeah,
tremendous
that's amazing.
Well, and we did that for about 40 other artists once I got going. But once again, Charles Huggins is the guru. He's the one that God gifted with that creativity. I like to say he's a AAA personality because it takes a lot of energy as well as creativity. But he pulled together, since by the time I met him, I had been in recording, I had been a music teacher, I had already a Tony Award. He tried to get me managers, but during that time, the racism had us divided so much. The best personal managers were white and Jewish, and the only thing they knew were these stars that were recording artists and that were blues singers. So he said I didn't have any place in the industry and I couldn't do this, that, or the other, and I had already done it. So Charles said, well, why don't we manage you? But what Charles did was get somebody from theater, somebody from R&B records. He's the one who got me my management team together so that I was able to do Timbuktu starring opposite Eartha Kitt. But Jeffrey Holder wanted me and he wanted Eartha Kitt, but if I didn't have a manager or somebody who knew how to do that, it wouldn't have been possible for me. So he's the one who connected it all together. As a matter of fact, my ex-husband, my then husband, created a situation that I was the first Black lady to be a pop artist to perform solo at the Metropolitan Opera. I'm telling you that to tell what kind of
gift he had.
Blessing and power we had on us, because we were charting uncharted territory. We really didn't know what we were doing.
But that's a good point that you made, Clifton, about the every year, because I know when Michael Jackson came along, they kind of fought to stop that, where record labels wanted you to turn out a record every year, and Michael Jackson was really pivotal with his record label and saying, listen, you need to let my first record, let that ride for a minute before we try to come with something else. But so the fact that you did something every year like that is just remarkable.
Well, my point is that I would have somebody who was in the industry to partner with the gurus of the record companies.
Right.
To even participate in that decision.
Right. Absolutely.
So tell us this, what would you say is some of the best advice that you received during that time that you would like to share?
During which time?
Well, just in general, in your life, some of the best advice you say you received. I know that. I know we could go there. It's been different, but just something that you may want to share.
All right, well, I'll think about how things are now, because they're very pivotal now. We're very strong because of the COVID and having to sequester, all shut down in a way. So once again, Black people are going to be like they are, creative.
Right.
But we've all been pushed into learning how to deal with electronics like the Zoom and the internet. And the reason I believe that, maybe an example, I'm probably going to have the biggest hit I've ever had just from hanging in there with Just Doing Me is because Terry Hunter, who is the DJ who mixed it co-produced this with George and Angela Pettis.
Mm-hmm.
They each have 1 million followers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back in the day, I would took my record to BLS to Frankie Crocker, and whoever heard him play my record, that's how many records I could sell.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Wow.
So that's a small example. Now, I don't know how many people you have.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever you got, I'm on your base, but we're all global instantly.
Right.
So I have the opportunity to reach those many people immediately. So it's multiplied so much. I think that the difficulties perhaps are the same. You have to have music or a project that somebody wants to buy. But if you have that, the platform is limitless.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, well, I don't know what advice I could give young people. So teach me how to do Zoom.
Me too.
Well,
Do you
hey,
intend
same
to
thing.
Do you intend to return to Broadway ever?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I'll probably first do it virtually because you reach more people.
Right.
Hey, we're going to take a moment to give a little love to Serving Spoon, and then we're going to come back with some of the songs that we found that were sampled. We know you've been sampled close to 500 times, but we want to share some of those tunes with the original hit and who sampled it, and maybe you may be aware, you may not be. And we'll come back with a caller right after that. So, Pretty Tony, take me away with a little bit of our favorite people, Serving Spoon, giving you the best serving this side of
really feel the energy when you come in here. The food is great. We pride ourselves on our service. We really stress that with our employees, that when you come here, that you're actually better for your coming. And if you give us 1% of your trust, we'll earn the other 99. And by the way, there ain't no better breakfast.
Serving Spoon, an urban eatery here in
Now I want some
Los
grits.
Angeles or Inglewood. You want some grits?
Now I do after I saw that picture.
Give them a call,
Hungry now.
310-412-3927, servingspoon.net. So when you're back in L.A., I seen you in Catalina, but when you come back in L.A. after this COVID, we got a date at the Serving Spoon for breakfast.
Okay, I'll go on my diet now.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to start now, but yes, we love to partake in Serving Spoon breakfast with Miss Melba Moore.
So this next segment we're going to do is the samples, where my generation borrowed from your generation, and we're going to show you. We don't know if you know. We're going to find out if you got those receipts, but
Do we have a caller before that?
Oh, that's
Sergeant?
all right. That's all right.
but we do have a caller before that. You're just blowing up the lines today.
Well, I was going to say, you can keep that money. I got new money.
Thank you for calling. We love Rare Grooves. Who do we have on the line?
You have Sean from Atlanta.
Hey, from
Hi,
the
Sean.
ATL.
Welcome.
Wow, it's just an honor to be able to watch and listen to one of my favorite performers.
Thank you.
Really, I have like 3 questions.
Wow, you're getting greedy.
For you. If I'm allowed to answer them, ask them. First question, was it hard to transition from Broadway to singing R&B music? The second question, did you have any feeds with any fellow performers? Number 3, how do you keep your voice strong, especially with those long notes you hit?
Okay, now what was the first question?
what the biggest transition between Broadway and
R&B
R&B
singing.
Did you find it difficult to adjust?
I didn't find it difficult because in the recording studio, you do things over and over and over. You don't do them by yourself. You have a whole team of, you have somebody writing it. Like, for instance, one example, like working with somebody like Jimmy McFadden or Kashif, first of all, they're singers. So when they have a very sensitive way that they want the phrasing done. And they'll pick one little tiny section and do that for an hour until you get it right. So you're going to transition, okay? So really, the personality that you hear in R&B music is the songwriter and the producer, as well as, when I say the producer, I mean the musician. That creates the whole feeling and sound that you have. But the thing that's most dominant to your senses is the singer, because they make that prominent. But it's a combination of all of them. So I'm just saying the transition, like from theater, okay, I think it's quite a bit different because once you've rehearsed everything, you've had the director, you've had the choreographer, you've had everybody that you've rehearsed with. But once you get out on the stage, it's up to you. If you change the dialogue, or if you don't project, or if something, you're totally alone up there. So it's very different. If you're in television, I think it's similar to recording, because you can play it back and it's not right, you can fix it. But when it's live, once you do it, you have to get it right the first time.
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing. I'm not sure. What's the second question?
Second question, did you have any run-ins or feuds with any fellow performers?
Run-ins
Run-ins or feuds or drama with anybody.
This is like tales from the tour bus. Did you have any tales from the tour bus?
No, nobody ever picked at me. I was never, people never are intimidated by me. People who don't like nobody else usually like me.
They love
But on the tour bus, I've seen people get into fistfights, and they was on a gospel tour.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And what's your last question, sir?
How do you maintain your voice, especially if you're hitting those long notes?
Okay, well, first of all, now that I'm a senior citizen, I can't eat fried chicken and waffles no more. I'm making a joke, but singing is like being an athlete.
It's very true.
So what you eat in your lifestyle is everything. Plus, being a born again Christian, you have to. When I say born again, a lot of people who are even devout Christians, they believe in God and the Lord influences them. But with somebody like myself, God governs me every moment. So I'm not saying that I do everything you said, but that's my life.
Right.
It's almost like I've retired from being professional, and that's my job now. Okay, what do you want? You say, okay, you can't eat that. Oh, I said, well, yeah, I don't feel it. Well, you better get up and do it. When you get up, that's a discipline. And so I'm lean, and look at that muscle.
Ooh.
Look at that muscle.
Okay?
Hey.
You see, I got muscles. So
Yes,
I'm
you
not
do.
lying.
Girl, you look good for 30.
Yeah.
You look wonderful.
Well, thank you so much, Sean, for calling from the ATL. We sure appreciate you.
Thank you, Sean.
And we hope you keep listening.
No, thank you. Thank you all.
Have a great day.
Be blessed.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's go into these.
You got shorties calling from the ATL.
So check out and see what type of homework and research we did for some of the songs that has been sampled, DJ DeVoe and DJ Reg. We're going to go into them for a few minutes and come right back with Miss Melba Moore.
Wearing smells from
I realize it's kind of women out
Yeah, she seems like your type.
with
there.
supreme
Like the
vision.
Yeah, you're right. My sister helped me with it. My sister said, you know. Matter of fact, one of my ex, Marcia got married this weekend.
There is a rush
Yes.
of greatness. Who knows what stands in front of our lives? I fashion my
Yeah, brand new day, y'all. Turn me up on the top a little bit, dawg. I want them to know. I want them to hear this one. Loud and clear, bright and early. Listen, I don't hate players. I don't love the game. I'm the shot clock, way above the game. To be point blank with you, motherfuck the game. I got all this work on me, I ain't come for play. You can show the little shorties how you pump and flake, but dog, not to death. I'm not impressed, I'm not amused, I'm not confused, I'm not the dude. I'm grown man minutes, I am not in school. Put your hand down, youngin', this is not for you. On my J.O. with beats by Kanye, yo. My name on the market, your name off the payroll. Style fresh like I'm still a day old. And it's been like that since the day old. I'm on time with a rollie, a Seiko. Step on deck, your neck, do what I say so. Get up or get out, get down or lay low. Standing in the shadow of a fabulous man. Brooklyn nigga, I am. That nigga, that dude.
All of my life, I search for a dream, yeah. Was it just a mirage, not really what it seemed, yeah. Looking for a meaning in life, hope for tomorrow. All I found was sadness and strife, and unrelenting sorrow. But every day I'd start out anew, yeah. And one lucky day I finally found you, I can never forget the day you left me, and the love we once shared. Well, it hurt me so bad inside that day. It was much more than I could bear. You said, baby, don't you worry, 'cause I'll be back someday, and I'll be.
A while ago, just want you to know just who you're listening to. So listen, let me tell you who I am and what I do.
Check it out the well, C-O-W-B-O-Y. And we pay to have money if you ain't stacked the lace. When I say we're out cowboys, the name says it all. I'm like your favorite. Tell your man what you wanna tell him. I run styles, stack pals, more than 1,000 empty vows. The new rhyme era makes me the New York terror. Bronx niggas hold your corner. If your girl get up on her. And bodegas across the street holding guns.
It's mad niggas on the quest to get the riches. 5-3s and snitches, dice and dumb bitches. Riding in the sixes, windows tinted on the Rover. But now it's over. The cocaine game is now sober, so move over. You better off nowadays.
Sometimes I have to wonder myself why I don't put you down. See, I work my fingers to the bone all week just to keep brand new shoes on your feet. Knowing that you're gonna come to my house. The facade is your smile and your eyes that avoid meeting mine. Your hello also gives you away. The facade is all of the things that you do. They merely work against you, but I'm not fooled. You don't care anymore than everything that we shared.
Shorty getting it in with me. Shorty getting it in with me. Yeah. She said I want some friends with me, but I don't know why, because they ain't getting in with me. Shorty getting it in with me. Yeah. Shorty getting it in with me. She said I want some friends with me, but I don't know why, because they ain't getting in with me.
Yo, you know me, I'm with a ghetto diva, stiletto fever, jello shots, yellow reefer, same rules apply, I'm back on top. You can't drink or smoke if you're not gonna pop. See me in the popcorn drop, not gonna stop. Taking shots of Patron, getting top on yachts. The medallions are mountain, rock on rocks. The whole world wanna know when this lock on drop. Without a doubt, she acknowledged the wealth. Since she ain't get brains, I told her, let me get some knowledge yourself. Then I told her, be proud of yourself and dig deep and try to see what you can get out of yourself. After all that, I told her.
That's Studio 54 right there, boy.
Did you ever
My heart
visit
beat
Studio
awesome.
54, Miss Moore?
Oh, that used to be my second home. It was a lot of fun because you could always see a lot of celebrity jazz.
Yeah.
Man, we were going hard right there with the samples. Melba, we came out with the, remember the song The Flesh Failures?
Failures.
Yes, and that was sampled by Mos Def. Is
Yeah, I
that
saw that. I'm amazed because I didn't know that. I'm glad you showed me that.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
She probably
what a combination of genres.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Without a
well,
doubt.
it's funny how your music has influenced hip hop. A lot of people,
Yeah,
a lot of
I
R.
wouldn't expect that. Really, they're just so different.
Get
Look,
your
good
receipt.
music is good music. We just got to
I'm
make.
really glad, though, of course.
Right.
Your receipt.
and then the one song, what is it?
Facade.
Facade. That was sampled. The strings were sampled a lot from that song with who was it? Kanye West.
And
Kanye
Jada
West.
Kiss.
And Jadakiss.
Excuse me.
Look, Kanye West is taking your music.
Did you realize that? Just out of curiosity. And then we had Pete Rock, who sampled you from the song "Searching for a Dream" back in '71. They were going in the crates, weren't they?
Wow.
I love that sample.
And once again, your album covers are just incredible. The imagery and the design and all the aesthetic of it. You have quite a few of those out there.
But we really learned to understand that of course, the album covers became collector's items.
Right,
and
for sure.
Yeah.
Things people keep. So the packaging became very important. We started to really grow in learning about that. And, you as the package.
Right.
So when you come to California, I have a few albums I would love for you to sign for me.
Wow, I'll bring the black magic marker.
We look forward to it. So definitely that will happen. That will definitely happen.
Right.
So who's some of the artists you enjoy performing with the best? I mean, who stands out? Just you did something with Phil Perry lately.
You didn't play Freddie Jackson, did you?
Just hold on
Just
one
hold
second.
on. Just hold on. Just hold on. We were going to do that for our video segment, which we're going into in a few minutes.
I found the Freddie Jackson one. Yeah.
So who did you inform?
Oh, gee. Well, I probably had the most fun with Freddie, primarily because he was the first one after our company, Hush Productions, kind of launched to me, and then we, through me and some of our other members of our company, groomed Freddie to be a solo artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he was a word processor. Just
Right.
a very talented one.
Right, just
Yeah.
like you was a teacher. You guys came out and
Right.
came on to your careers.
Exactly.
Hey, we're going a little fast with the segment. We have a part that we call the Dusty of the Week. And we wanted to really do our homework and give homage to your family, how it all got started. And our Dusty of the Week means we go in the crate, see something that was maybe 40 years ago, 50 years ago, and share it. But
Is
since
she trying to say it was dusty?
yes,
literally,
these were
that's
dusty.
literally what it
Because
is.
it's been in the garage.
In the basement, in the crate, you gotta go.
In the corner, in the back.
You gotta blow the vinyl off.
And it's brought to you by Sweet Life SoCal magazine, where they do features of colorful stories and people. It's a concierge magazine for the socially and culturally engaged. So we want to give love to Sarah Harris. Every week she sends this out to 100,000 folks to know that watch our show tonight with our lovely guest, Miss Melba Moore. So follow them online at Sweet Life SoCal, and that's sweetlifesocal.com. So tonight, bringing you the Dusty of the Week. What we got there, DJ DeVoe and DJ Rez. We're just going to do a little sample of the family from mom, dad, and stepdad.
Look at
I've got you under my spell. How long I can't tell. Way you love and pet me sure does upset don't stop now. I'm deep in a dream, and love be all it seems. Stop my heart from beating, can't help repeating. Ooh, baby, don't stop now, how it thrills me.
Now listen here, baby, listen to my song. Don't get mad, 'cause I don't mean you no wrong. I wanna play with you, booty. Want to play with you, booty. Let me play with you, booty. Want to play with you, booty. I wanna play with you, booty. I mean your little poodle dog. Now your little poodle's got long black shaggy hair. His face looks just like a grizzly bear. I wanna play with you, booty. Want to play with you, booty. Let me play with you, booty. Want to play with you, booty. I wanna play with you, poodle. I mean your little poodle dog.
Melba Moore, this is your life.
You want to play with your poodle?
Your daddy was fine.
Oh, yeah.
Your
Teddy,
daddy was real
Teddy
fine.
Hill and his NBC orchestra. That was the Harlem Twister. Now, the funny thing, did Clement play with them, with your dad? No, he didn't.
You saw his picture later.
Okay. Okay.
The very dark man.
Right. We showed that picture, but I mean, your dad, Teddy, he definitely played with Dizzy Gillespie.
Oh yeah.
Ron Eldridge, Bill Coleman. I mean, Eldridge.
All the major.
Right.
They were the beginners of the modern jazz. The first
Right.
Jazz that we heard in the 50s and 60s.
See, so all your fans are wondering how you keep this going. That's because it's already in your DNA. It's already who you are.
And then,
Oh, yeah, well, I'll make it easy.
and then at the beginning, as you said, your mom, Bonnie Davis,
Fabulous.
having a career and trying to do, and she had a #1 hit at that time too, back in 46.
Right.
So these are Dusties of the Week, if you would not agree with that.
Well, it sounded like you gave somebody the COVID back there. They was coughing.
No, that's why we have a cough track, because we don't want people to think we have COVID.
No, but I'm making jokes, but it's only because I'm happy. Thank you so much for highlighting my family. It's such a pleasure, because you are where you came from and who came before you.
Absolutely.
And to thank you for that. It's a joy to see. I haven't seen it done like this. I really haven't. Thank you.
And we got 3 more. We got 5. You got 5 more minutes for us, because we got a little video treat that we're going to share, and then we're going to actually send it to Ron, because it's a little longer because we went overtime. But we'll send it to you. But we kind of put a whole video reel together. This is some of your songs. So we're going to share that, and then we're going to come back and close out. So thank you so much for spending this extra time with us. DJ, this is your friend
This is
here,
DJ
Reg.
Reg's work.
This is DJ Reg's work, dedicating it to you. So are you ready, Pretty Tony, to give us a little sample of the work that DJ Reg put together for our lovely, lovely, legendary guest that we're honored to be in the studios, Miss Melba Moore.
Thank you.
Said, don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring her on the cloud to rain on my parade. Though I am one in a gang, it's eye on the target, and wham! One shot, one gunshot, and bam! Hey! Whoa! At least I didn't think it. So well, I guess I didn't make it. Get ready for me, world, 'cause I'm a comer. I simply got to march my heart to drum on over.
Just the things that you do, so unlike any other. Just when I thought I could never love another, oh, I'm falling, I'm falling in love. I'm in love. This time I know it's the real thing. I can't explain what I'm feeling. I'm lost for words. I'm in a daze, stuck in the lake, like all over waves. This time I know it's the real thing. I can't explain what I'm feeling. I'm lost for words. I'm in a daze, stuck in the lake, like all over waves. Ooh, you smile at me, and suddenly the wheels of love began to turn inside of me. Hey, you said hello, I felt slow. Right then and there, I knew I'd never let you go. 'Cause I know, this time I know it's the real thing. Friends got me mixed up, I'm so confused. What have you been playing around? They say that girls in love with you. I'm like a yo-yo up and down. If you love me, say I'm your woman. Am I number one or number two? Am I your woman? Gotta make your mind up tonight. Wanna make your mind say alright. Gotta make your mind up tonight. Wanna make your mind say alright.
Tonight, let's take our time. Erase what's on our minds. This may not come again.
I'm gonna make this magic last. So let's not move too fast. You feel so good to me. I wanna hold you in my arms forever. Not let go of you. Never. Fill me with your touch. 'Cause I could never get
I don't hear myself. Oh, now I hear me. Can you hear us? Yeah.
Welcome back to the Groove Studios. That's right. This is Melba Moore.
What a catalog of music. What a catalog.
Did you
Did those
enjoy that?
videos take you back?
Oh, in a lovely way, yes.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
I'll make sure
Wonderful.
Ron gets the video. There's a few more songs in there.
Thank you.
I'll make sure
it's
so
so
you can put,
wonderful.
and make sure he gets that today for
And
you.
you know, it was just Freddie's birthday.
Oh, he's a
is-
Libra like me.
Is he in New York also? Freddie?
Yeah, he's in New York.
Okay.
But the video reminded me. I'm looking at him so lovingly because I really do love him and he loves me. But when we're in each other's company, all we have to do is just laugh because he's silly. But it just, I mean, the videos just take me back to and Lilo and well, I saw the picture of me and Phil Perry. We had really great times. You didn't ask me about the duets, but they remind me of the wonderful wonderful times I've had with these incredible artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Right.
This is your life.
And also the lovely voice you have, like the
Those Broadway, yeah.
yeah, the initial song with that long death part.
That was the Don't Rain on My Parade. That was that was the Flip Wilson show.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Man.
That's another great memory because he was, of course, so funny, but he gave me such great exposure. And and not just me. He was back there with some of the first Black people on television.
Right.
Can,
So breakthroughs.
can we come back and do a part 2? We got some more stuff.
Yeah.
Can we come back and do a
'cause
part
we
2
got
sometime in the future?
We got
You
more
got more
questions.
stuff?
We got more stuff, yes.
And you got more songs, okay?
How we put it together. So we would
When
love
COVID
that.
is over and you get to LA, we'll love to have you in the studio with us.
You're part of our alumni, and we need to have
Yes,
you back.
Wonderful.
As we close out, tell us about, you have a nonprofit, right? A nonprofit organization?
I really don't have it now, but what I do is I keep it up there because my first inspiration was when we first were having crack epidemic.
In the
A
80s.
lot of pregnant moms were leaving their babies at the hospital. So I founded the Melba Moore Foundation for Abandoned and Neglected Children. But what I do now is we still advertise it so people are doing works for children. Then I partner with them. So
Excellent.
That's amazing. And how can we keep in touch with you, your social media handles and your website?
well, melbamore.com is my website. You can always go on YouTube and they'll tell you what I'm doing and where I'm at. And I know one of them is Melba One More. I don't remember them all.
We just have to
Melba
Google,
Moore,
yeah,
right,
Google
Melba
her.
Moore on Instagram.
And I know she's on
Google
Instagram
me.
too. Yes.
So we want to thank you so much for gracing our studio. It's been more than an honor, more than a pleasure to go through your musical career and have this great conversation. And as we do for all our guests, from everyone in here in the studio, Pretty Tony, DJ DeVoe, DJ Reg, Robert A., and Shantani and myself, we want to give you the We Love Rare Grooves Award. And I know Ron had showed it to you. So once you get it, if you would be so kind to take a picture and post for us, if you wouldn't mind.
It will be my pleasure.
And we're getting ready to cut away, but when we cut away, please stay on just for 1 minute, and then we will close out. We're going to close out the show here on We Love Rare Grooves with the fabulous and wonderful Miss Melba Moore. Next week, gracing the Groove Studios will be the one and only Karen White. She will be in studio next week.
Okay,
So please join us. And you can see the replays of the show. Am I correct,
Yes,
Shantani?
on our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook Live. Was jumping today. And we're going to also replay this. For those of you watching, we're going to replay this show tonight. So if you missed it, you can all tell everyone else to get on tonight and watch the replay of the show at our normal standard time of 8 p.m. Pacific. What else did I miss? Oh, we're on iHeartRadio, so the audio tape or the audio version of this show will be played in its entirety on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
And Amazon, right?
Yes.
Pretty Tony? We're on
And Amazon. So you will be everybody will be listening to you in their cars, and on YouTube we will have the video version of this show.
And Twitter.
And our show is
Twitter.
picked up in over 50 countries, Melba, so who knows who's listening to it all over the world.
With that beautiful voice.
And
Thank
you,
you. And I know these days we're global, so you better watch it.
yes, and you haven't missed a beat at all. So thank you so much. We want to thank our listening audience all over the globe for joining us for another evening of We Love Rare Grooves. I can't do it without my great team, DJ Reg, DJ DeVoe, Robert A., the consultant, Shantani, Pretty Tony, and all you guys out there. Thank you so much for giving us the ideas to go through this and bring this to you. So as we only do here on We Love Rare Grooves. Just doing me, baby.
Thank you.
Just doing me.
Hey.
Hold on for us. Yes.